So the next thing that we're going to do in Git is to look at how to restore something that you've lost. In doing this, we're also going to look at the status command in Git, and we'll do a couple other little things along the way, but the main point is how to restore what you've lost. So to start with, here's our Git folder from earlier, well, my example project for Git from the previous videos. Right now I have this example in here, and so what I'm just going to do for right now, I'm just going to copy and paste it, and I'm going to name this one example 2. Now if we go into the terminal, makes it a little bigger so you can see it better. Let's move this up. There we go. And if I tell it to do git status, okay, let's do cd desktop / git _ projects. Now let's do git status. There we go. So it remembers from last time that we had this example.txt file in there. However, it also recognizes there's a new file, example2.txt, that is not currently being tracked by Git. Now, it's okay with that, if we're okay with that, but it wants us to know that there is something not being tracked. So if we want to add that in, we could of course once again do add dot if we want to add in anything in there, and right now there's only one new file, but let's say we had multiple new files and we only were ready for one of them to be added. We could also call it by name, so example2.txt, and that will add that. And so now if we do status again, now it's saying that it's ready to be committed, but we haven't actually committed it yet. So then, you know, we do git commit, and we add in a message, right? So replicated example file. So it's committed it, it's telling us that one file was changed, there was a insertion of this file, it created it, etc. So we're just going to clear this for right now. What happens if we didn't add a new file, we edited a file, right? So if I reopen this, and I open this with text edit, and I make some changes, and I save it, I guess I could capitalize that sentence. Now if we do git status once again, it is telling us that one of our files has been modified and it's telling us which one, so example2.txt. So once again we could add it, and we could commit it, and there we go. So notice that the text here is a little different. It's no longer saying one insertion, because in the other one we had just the one file with the one line. Now it's saying that there were 3, because if we reopen this, we don't just have this one line anymore, we actually have some additional stuff in there. So this number is going to change a little bit based on about how many new lines and whatnot were created. Now let's say that something accidentally goes wrong and somehow the contents of your file gets deleted. Of course, this could also just be a change, like maybe there was some sort of just partial loss, right? So now if we once again do status, it should show us that there was a change, and there was, so example 2 has been changed. Let's go ahead and clear this. If we want, we could use git to show us the difference between what the file is currently and what's in the repository. So we could say git diff and then example2.txt, and it's going to show us here what's changed. So there's nothing in green, so nothing has been added. If you see green text, then something has been added. Right now we only see stuff in red. That means that this is not present in the current version, but it is showing up in the repository. So if this is an accident and we accidentally lost that data, we could try to reclaim it. So to do that, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to look into the log, so git log, and this shows the different changes that I've made previously but also today. Well, previously and also today. So you can see it's chronological order with newest on top. And what we're going to need is we're going to need this value right here, this random string of letters and numbers. And this is often referred to as the SHA value, or the SHA value, or sometimes maybe the hash value. So we need this. Now, if you notice, the number varies drastically from each other. It's not like a sequential one where just the last number changes. So we don't even need all of this probably. I mean, you can grab all of it if you want, but normally just the first half or so will work. So I've selected and I've Command-C for copy. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say git checkout, Command-V for that SHA value that I copied from up here, although actually I copied the wrong, no, that's good, that's good. This is the most recent one, not the change that has not yet been committed. Dash dash, and then the specific file that I want to revert back to. So what this is going to do is it's going to look for example 2 from this previous commit, and it's going to pull it back into this folder. So if I go back to the folder, and now if I open it, there you go, you can see that the text that we lost is now back.